In the kit, it should have a new accumulator, an O-ring and seal kit, refrigerant oil, and the expansion device, in this case an orifice tube. And of course the new compressor. You want to compare the old parts to the new parts to make sure that you've got everything correct. Some of the things to look for: make sure that your clutch is the same diameter and has the same amount of grooves. Also, that the manifold ports are in the same position. Next, notice that this orifice tube is red in color, as is the new one. And finally, the accumulator. Look to see to make sure that the hose ports and mounting brackets are correct. For the proper amount of refrigeration oil, go ahead and take the cap off the rear. And you're going to need some sort of measuring device. And make sure everything is clean before you empty the oil into your measuring device. With all the oil emptied out of the compressor, now you're going to want to add the capacity that's recommended by the manufacturer. In this case, it's 7 ounces of PAG oil. After the oil's been put back in the compressor, you want to cycle the compressor by spinning the clutch plate approximately 3 or 4 revolutions. Remember, when changing out the compressor, you must check the compressor for the correct amount of refrigerant oil that has the recommended amount from the manufacturer, which should be stamped on the compressor. Next, we're going to go over flushing a system in case you have a compressor that comes apart internally and contaminates the system, where you might have metal shavings. What you'd want to do with the system completely installed minus the compressor, you want to shoot the flush fluid in one side of the compressor hose fittings using shop air to push the fluid through the complete system and coming out the other port. And you can go ahead and start installing the new components. Put the hose manifold back on. Now you're going to want to cycle the compressor approximately 5 or 6 rotations and turning the clutch plate. Install the compressor clutch wire and install the serpentine belt. When installing the new components, make sure you use all new O-rings that are included in the O-ring kit provided.